Hello and welcome everybody this afternoon to our celebration of Kirkland's newly renovated David Brink Park. Before we start, I would like to read the city's land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that the Southern Salish Sea region lies on the unceded and ancestral land of the Coast Salish peoples, the Duwamish, Muckleshoot, Puyallup, Skykomish, Snoqualmie, Snohomish, Suquamish, and Tulalip tribes, and other tribes of the Puget Sound Salish people, and that the present-day city of Kirkland is in the traditional heartland of the lake people and the river people. We honor with gratitude the land itself, the first people who have reserved treaty rights and continue to live here since time immemorial, and their ancestral heritage. Thank you. This is the first time I've done this acknowledgement in real life, and if you look at this setting and you recognize the relationship to the land and the water, it makes it really a very important first time. Next, I'd like to take a moment to introduce my fellow members on the City Council, and they're all probably behind me, right? So on my left, or on my right, Councilmember Amy Falcone, followed by Deputy Mayor Arnold, Councilmember Kelly Curtis, Councilmember Neil Black, and Councilmember Toby Nixon. Thank you all for being here. And also here is City Manager, the guy, we couldn't do any of this stuff without him. A small role he plays. But City Manager Kurt Triplett, and also from our Parks Board, Park Board Chair Amanda Judd, and Park Board Commissioner Roshan Parikh. Anybody else here? Anybody that I've missed? Okay, and also joining us are some special guests from Washington State Recreation and Conservation Office, Funding Board member Michael Shiosaki. Michael's over here. And also Senior Outdoors Grants Manager Deanne Beck. And I'm not sure if, Deanne, welcome, thank you. And last but not least, our Parks and Community Services Department Director Lynn Swagstra on my left. And other park leadership and staff. Could everybody who's staff raise their hand, please? You guys are great. Thank you. Kirkland has a long legacy of protecting and beautifying our beloved waterfront parks. Our amazing water access has made Kirkland a destination for folks across the region. This legacy and renown are in large part thanks to David E. Brink, the namesake of this park, who led the Parks Department from 1968 until his death in 1984. His vision was central in Kirkland's efforts to expand our park system and protect public access to Lake Washington. His leadership contributed to the acquisition and the development of many of our waterfront parks, from Juanita Bay to Houghton Beach, and of course this park that has been named in his honor. The original parcel was purchased from the Sands Lumber Company in April 1970 for $110,000. Yeah. The park was expanded twice after that in 1978 and again in 1993 with grant funds from the Washington State Recreation and Conservation Office. Fast forward to 2005, and the bulkheads at the park were aging and failing. And what you see today is the culmination of the city's commitment to repair and improve the shoreline protection at this park. This shoreline renovation project did many things. We restored the park's natural beauty with the softened shoreline and pocket beaches. We enhanced the ecosystem with native plants that provide habitat and slow down and filter stormwater. We improved the safety for humans and young salmon with our new graded pier decking, and we increased our connection to the water with new accessible walking path and pocket beaches. Ensuring access to our beautiful lake did not just happen. It was an intentional and strategic effort by Kirkland's past leaders. Together with my colleagues on the council, Kirkland's current leaders carry this commitment forward in an effort to enhance and expand our beloved parks and recreation system into the future. Thank you all for joining us in these efforts. And now I'm going to introduce Michael Shiosaki. I've been practicing. Who is here on behalf of the Recreation and Conservation Funding Board. Michael was appointed to the board in May of 2016 and is the City of Bellevue Director of Parks and Community Services. In addition to his work, he is a member of the Washington Park Arboretum Botanic Garden Committee, the Washington Recreation and Park Association, and the American Society of Landscape Architects. The guy's got bona fides. Michael, come.
Thank you very much, Mayor. So good afternoon, everyone. And, I am so honored to be able to celebrate with you all today. Events like these are really one of the best parts of my role. I'm Michael Shiosaki, and I'm a member of the Recreation and Conservation Funding Board, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. So, days like today, it's really a chance, to pause from our hectic lives and take a breath and really enjoy these incredible accomplishments that you all have worked on for so long. So truly, a thank you for this really inspiring work. And I know these projects are never easy. So this project brought us all together, residents, local government, state government, with the common purpose of helping make our communities and the state a better place to work, live, and play. So first, just a little bit about the Recreation and Conservation Office. So I'm a member of the funding board, and we're the policy board that supports the RCO. And the RCO was created about 60 years ago by initiative. The RCO's primary role is to give grants to local government like Kirkland for three main things: creating parks, trails, and other outdoor recreation opportunities, preserving our heritage by conserving working farms and forests, and conserving habitat for wildlife. So the RCO has helped to fund more than 25 projects here in Kirkland, which is really a testament to your Parks and Community Services Department. These projects that have been funded in part by the state include Crestwoods, Morningside, Peter Kirk, Marsh, Juanita Beach, Big Fin Hill Parks, the Kirkland Marina Park, and the Cross Kirkland Corridor and the Willows Road Regional Trails. That's an impressive list. So in my day job as Parks Director a little bit south in Bellevue, and my volunteer service on this board, I get to see great projects, great park projects all across this state. And, I have to say, Director Lynn, that this is just really an incredible accomplishment. And, I was just commenting on these wonderful pocket beaches that have been created here, along with the new accessibility for everyone. It really is very impressive, and really my hat's off to all of you. So, I just wanted to say, there are typically three main ingredients in any successful park project. And first, it is all about incredible park staffing. So hats off to Director Lynn and her staff with Kirkland Parks and Community Services. And, we know it takes a long time to get from that initial idea to completion. And, it is all about the planners and project managers and contractors and designers to take that idea from paper to what we see before us today. Second, it takes the support of the community and leadership. So thanks to the Kirkland City Council for having the vision to invest in this project. We know that dollars are scarce, and sometimes implementing a vision takes a little bit longer than anyone would have imagined, and I'm glad to see that this vision has become a reality. So third, it's all about funding. So in addition to the contributions by the city, the project was funded by the Aquatic Lands Enhancement Account. So this state account is funded by revenue that the Washington Department of Natural Resources makes off the use of state tidelands, and it funnels it back into protecting those tidelands and providing public access to them. There are many immediate ingredients to enhancing this shoreline, as many of you know. People are happier and healthier, both mentally and physically, when they get outdoors, and especially when they can get down to the water. This project contributes to nearly 200,000 jobs statewide, that result from outdoor recreation. People spend more than $26 billion a year in Washington on everything from sunscreen to baseballs, you name it. Equally important, developing parks attracts visitors to come play and then stay for lunch in your fair city. This park is expected to receive thousands of visitors annually and will serve as a model shoreline restoration project. By adding 2 new natural beaches that I noted and access points for canoes and kayaks, this project increased access to the water and demonstrates how we can have it all. A restored waterfront for wildlife and places for people to recreate. So I hope you feel great pride because of what you've accomplished here, and it really benefits so many people. So on behalf of the Recreation and Conservation Office and the Recreation and Conservation Funding Board, I want to offer my sincere thanks and admiration for a job well done and a shining example that helps make your community and the state a better place for everyone. Thank you very much.
I'm the MC here. Actually, we don't have an MC, but I just want to introduce the woman who is making all of this magic happen right now, Lynn Swagstra, our Parks Director.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lynn Swagstra. I'm the Director of Parks and Community Services here in Kirkland. And like my colleagues here, I'm very happy to be celebrating this event with you this afternoon. And we couldn't have picked a better, more beautiful, gorgeous day to be out here on the lake in David Brink Park. This project initially focused on restoration of the shoreline and also infrastructure. But we were able, as you've already heard, we were able to include some additional components due to the support of our city council as well as our community. We were able to add the accessible pathways that you see. And immediately upon opening the park, we received a comment from one of the neighbors who utilizes a walker and told us how he was now able to access the water. This brought him joy, but it might have actually brought us more joy because it reminded us why we do what we do. Parks and outdoor spaces are essential to our well-being. Research has focused on the positive physical and mental effects of being in green spaces. Research is now showing the positive effects of being in blue spaces, i.e. the water, and how it improves happiness. Studies are showing that water has a psychologically restorative effect. So the combined effect of the park and the water can improve your health and lower your stress, which you're all seeing on this lovely afternoon. And what we're hoping is that this park, the renovation of this park, will do exactly that for our community members. Whether they are enjoying just walking through the park or sitting on a bench and enjoying the lake and the wildlife, or launching a paddleboard or a sea kayak from one of the new pocket beaches. I do have a few more thank yous to pass along. I know we already said it, but I would like to say again thank you to the Recreation and Conservation Office. I want to thank Mary Gardaki, our Park Planning and Development Manager. Big round. Our Public Works partners, I think we have a few of them here today, Ann Reese, Brian Baker, and Rosalie Wessels. And also the entire capital improvement team. They're just invaluable to all of these projects. And I also would like to thank the contractors and the architect, Robbie Reynolds with Weiser Construction. He's not here today, but we do have Anna Spooner here with Anchor QEA. They designed this wonderful project. And then, of course, I would be remiss without thanking Jason Filan and the parks maintenance staff who, behind the scenes, pay attention to all these little details and make the parks sparkle. Finally, I want to thank city leadership, the park board volunteers, and our city council members, both past and present, for their investment and their continued visionary support of the park system. That support is critical to allowing us to meet part of our mission of improving the quality of life here in Kirkland. Now I'd like to invite the city council members, city leadership, park board to essentially line up along this lovely spot right here so we can do a ribbon cutting and kick off the official opening of the park.
Scissor pick. 3, 2, 1.
At that park, no removing anything from the safety.